That's a kick out at 2.
We can do it.
Right. Let's just start. It's Kick Out at 2. I'm Nick, and finally back from Ireland, Steve is with us.
Finally.
Wait, that
Not
was your
finally. I wish I
opportunity
was
to
still
say
there.
something like in an Irish accent, to say like hello or something like.
Oh.
Give us something. You didn't bring any of that back with you. That doesn't stick with you.
My name is. I'm here to kill the English.
There you go. Okay, that's much better. Thank you. They told me if I fight with you, I get to kill Englishmen. Right. Very good. So we're waiting on Brian. I don't want to waste your Ireland stories without Brian here.
Well,
not waste them.
okay.
No, not waste them. I mean, I don't want Brian to miss out on your Ireland stories because we generally, the three of us, aren't really all getting together for our staff meetings, as Brian calls them. They're not, okay, they're not really staff meetings. What happens is we get together for whiskey, drink all of it, and then Brian goes, that was a really successful staff meeting, and then he leaves. And
right.
I mean, a little bit we talk about the podcast, but mostly Brian talks and I make notes about what he talked about. And I was like, that's a perfect story for what we do on our nonsense podcast. Like, perfect story. Absolutely amazing stuff.
And then he gets bashful when he gets on here and doesn't talk about it.
Exactly. Or, well, I mean, when we're sitting around at these staff meetings,
right.
You know, Brian's just like talking to me about his life, and not all of it is proper for like everybody. Like he needs a lot of it to stay between us, but
behind a paywall.
Yeah. I wish we had a staff meeting last night for this Eagles preseason game. Now we're going to get in depth about. We're going to talk tonight with Gary if you're around, but Brian would have been having a field day about the graphics. That Kel, do you remember what channel was that? CBS or NBC? I forget what it was, man. But they just like they were talking about a guy and then putting some other player's graphic up. I was like, that's not.
It's preseason for everybody.
They all have to catch it. So wait,
yeah.
So the graphics department and the television crew, they were all like the B team guys that they're trying to train up and see who's worth keeping. Okay, all right. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Sure.
You know, it's the interns and fresh hires.
Yeah,
they got to get their reps in too. You know, stupid. You got one job.
Yeah, right.
You got one job. Put the guy with the.
Right. Would you just?
They have their names on the back of the player for a reason. You know, you have a number. There's a list somewhere. Like when they want to put the guy on screen, they say put 20 on screen.
Kelly confirmed it was NBC. It was on last night. Yeah, I mean, I know that there is a whole process. Brian, be better to talk about this, but like, they have to communicate between the graphics department and the on-air commentators. Like, we have information about this guy. When you're ready to talk about this guy, we'll put this graphic up. But like, they were talking about some young kid made a couple of really nice plays, and then they put up like another guy's information where he went to school, and then the on-air guys are like,
start talking about Derrick Henry or something, who's not even in the fucking game.
Right. So tonight, we'll talk to Gary. I don't know if I guess I'm going to drop 2 episodes tomorrow. This and Sports Talk with Gary, Kyle. I promise, with Gary. So this one will drop earlier, I think, and then Gary's will put up in the afternoon. So, geez, it's that dark beer.
Toasty.
Yeah. So the carnival was behind my house at the church that I live right near, right? So we're like a block and a half away. And last night they had us up late because they were doing like the teardown, because Saturday night's the last night. So like the carnies, like there's 2 sections to this carnival, right? There's the church section that has like a garage sale and like the we know the guy that runs the food over at the carnival, who graduated high school with this guy. He runs a catering company, and he like runs their whole food stand for the whole week. And then they have church carnival games, which are like a dunk tank and like little mini golf stuff and the goldfish thing. And then there's the other side, which is like the carny side, right? Where the rides and, they have like their own little food stands from the carnival.
Right,
and the carnival
where they have
that are not winnable.
They're required to have a minimum of 7 teeth. Maximum.
I don't think
minimum maximum.
Well, listen. They may be required, but they did not adhere to that requirement, from what I've seen.
Right.
So,
that startled me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get them on.
Not happening.
Oh, is it Muppet Brian Day?
Muppet Brian Day.
Oh my God, you sound incredible.
I gotta see this, or I'm leaving.
It's my allergies. My eyes are completely swollen shut.
Oh my God! Can you at least text us a picture, and I can use that to make an allergy swollen shut Muppet Brian?
Yeah. Choose your imagination.
Okay, all right, I will. So listen, I was just telling Steve about this carnival by my house that they were breaking it down last night, and so all the carnies are taking apart the rides that they haphazardly put together in the first place, and they were. I mean, it might have been like 1:30 in the morning, and they're still clanging and banging, and trucks are backing in, and
terrible.
Oh,
the beeping.
You're over there at 1:30 in the morning?
No, it ends at 10, but it takes hours to like they have another town. These gypsies have another town to get to with these rides and stuff. Like they have to go, so they break it all down in one night and go. They're gone.
So you can hear them taking everything apart still at 1:30 in the morning.
Correct.
Okay.
And like if I am out on my patio with you guys at 1:30 in the morning, they will call the police for a noise ordinance violation. But if the toothless gypsies are breaking down a carnival at the church, it's okay. Like I feel like that's not fair.
No, double standard.
Yeah. Well, I feel like probably the church brings in more revenue annually to that area than you. They can kind of do whatever they want.
Well, I mean, the church, they certainly do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah. You didn't feed your children to them, that's why.
Yeah. That it? I didn't pay my tribute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went over to this carnival for one night. We went out to dinner to get like actual food, and we were like, oh, should we stay here and have one more drink? And I was like, no, let's go home. And we got home, and I was like, maybe we should walk over there and just see what the craziness is.
See what's going on.
Yeah. It was great, and also a horrible mistake. The great part is the band that was really, really god awful had some fans. And so the people watching at the carnival was absolutely tremendous. It was awesome.
That's always good.
Yeah. Like the girl dressed up like a dominatrix to come listen to the band sing Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. And then leave immediately after that song.
How old do you think she was?
Kel, how old do you think the dominatrix was at the carnival?
65.
No. If she was 30. Late 20s, Kelly says. I mean, like young.
Maybe she was somebody's daughter or girlfriend in the band?
I don't know. No, I think probably she was probably friends with the girl in the band that sang. It's the only song she sang was for Evanescence because it's a woman singing that song. So she stayed for that song, went crazy, and then left. So then, when Alan's like, send a picture, I was like, I can't, buddy. She's gone. She left. Like I wasn't really concentrating on taking creepy pictures of people at this carnival.
I must meet. Bring her to me.
Yeah, right. I did not think Alan would be the guy to be so interested in the goth girl at the.
Was she wearing leather pants or something?
Not pants. It was like a leather. Was it a dress? I think it was a jumper. A jumper, Kelly says. I don't know what that is.
No.
But no, it was certainly leather or pleather, one of the two. We're in Lansdale. It's probably not genuine, like Italian leather or something like that. It's not. So
if it wasn't a trash bag,
it wasn't a trash bag. It wasn't.
Here's the trash bag, ho.
Well, the downside to this carnival is they serve beer, which I know I'm not supposed to have, but of course I had several pitchers
62.
of beer, and
What kind of beer?
what they had like Miller Lite, which almost doesn't count as drinking. So
no,
and then the worst part, like worse than drinking beer, knowing what beer does to me, the worst part is that this is a church very close to where we went to high school, and so I see people that we went to high school with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they recognize
that'll
me.
happen.
I look nothing like what I looked like in high school. I'm like 60 pounds heavier, beard.
Two of you.
Yeah, like I'm twice the man I used to be.
I'm two of me too. It's okay.
These people recognize me and then tell me other people are there from our high school, and I don't know who they are. To the point where I was texting you guys like, "Do you guys know this person?" Like I don't need.
Hey, this guy's right over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, so and so and so and so are sitting right over where you're sitting. I was like, son of a I gotta leave. I have to go. I don't want to. No, I don't want to talk about how great high school was. It wasn't that great.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Why don't you drag those assholes over here to see me too?
No.
I'm not going to see them.
Yeah. No. So that was my Friday night, and yesterday we chilled out. So I'm awake, but they were up pretty late making a lot of noise over there.
And you're just like stupid carnies.
I got drunk and sunburned yesterday.
Well, listen, hold on. Now that Brian's here, we need the total recap of this Ireland trip. We need to know how it went. We need to know about your flights. We need to know about the beer that you drank or didn't drink.
So
I swear, if you just say it was good, I'm gonna lose it.
Trip was fantastic. The trip was fantastic, and I highly recommend anyone and everyone taking a shot out there. And the visuals are amazing. I went to two places. I tried to get the one where they filmed the Star Wars movies. A couple of Star Wars movies.
So Alan did. Alan
went to Skellig Island?
Yeah, so he took the 2-hour each way small boat ride where you feel every wave in the water, right? So he went with his girlfriend at the time and her 3 daughters, and they're Ireland, and he was like, I want to go to this island. I want to go to this island. He made them get on the boat and do the trip all the way. Like, they were getting seasick and everything, and Alan's just like standing there like, at the edge of the boat like George Washington, like just like humming the song.
We must forge on to Skellig Island.
Yeah, well, as an American, he's allowed to do that. So
when you're looking at this place from the shore, it's just there's just a blanket of fog over it, and like even if you like the coast kind of weaves in and out, and if you get closer, it's still in this fog. So I have a picture of it in the fog. We couldn't go because they have like an age restriction on kids going on that island. So Charlie couldn't go because as soon as you land, as soon as you jump off the boat, you have to start walking these stairways. So it's the island where Rey finds Luke Skywalker and the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a real place. So I couldn't go there, but I did try to climb the hill. So like across from that, there is another like mountaintop where I guess they filmed the death of Luke Skywalker, where he just plops over. I tried to climb that, but it was far, and I went almost to the top, and I had to take a shit, so I immediately turned around and went back to the bottom. But I was sweating. I have video. I'm gonna put it on social. But so we get there. The flight was great. A 6-hour flight, easy to get on. My only problem is it was dark when we took off, and then at 3 a.m, because my time hadn't switched over, like we kind of opened the window a little bit, and it was fucking bright outside. And I was like, all right, I'm all fucked up now because I can't go to sleep on the plane. There's a guy directly to my left every time something moved, he would stand up. And I was on the I don't know. I fell asleep for a second. I look up and he's standing up like in front of me. And these overseas flights, they all now you have televisions in the back of the seat in front of you.
Yeah.
This same guy, every time his screen dimmed, he turned it back on. The whole plane's asleep after dinner. The whole plane is asleep. And he's the only one, his screen, he keeps lighting it the fuck back up. And I'm like, why are you doing this to me? I'm trying to sleep. Every time he's like, boop, now I'm scared of the dark. Boop, now I'm scared of the dark. And then, or he's standing up and turning it on. I'm like, why? Sit down, dude. Get this guy a pill.
What?
It was weird.
What? Didn't they give you international flights? Didn't they give you eye coverings to sleep? Didn't they give you a mask?
Yeah, but what do I look like putting a mask on my face?
Yeah, really.
Like everybody else sleeping with a mask on your face.
No, I'll tell you. No, there's an answer for this.
It's an economy.
Yeah, Steve won't put a mask on his face because he's constantly on high alert for, like,
terrorists.
Yeah, like he's on high alert for someone to try a thing on a plane. Not so much terrorism, but like somebody being aggressive or like looking at his wife or something.
I watch all those videos. Yeah, I'm ready. I don't even put my seat back. Like I don't even lean my seat back on the plane. I'm forward. If I sleep, I'm sitting up straight and just waiting.
So if something happens on a plane, you're just like up and you're like Steiner recliner.
Yeah. I've watched Passenger 57 like 84 times. I know it by heart. I know how to get through any plane. I'm fine. I got it.
F5. The plane.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Throwing terrorists over stairs. Okay. All right. I got you, buddy.
If I hear Allah Akbar, it's over.
So you are a self-described. So you are a voluntary air marshal.
I am.
That the government doesn't know about.
No.
Or want.
Okay.
They don't know about it. They don't want his help. But he's giving it.
They don't need me. They don't want me. But I'm here. And I'm willing and able.
Yeah, like when the plane lands, the flight attendant's like, this guy got up to break up a fight, said he was a voluntary air marshal, and then pooped himself.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I gotta go take a dump.
I gotta shit right now.
It's that fight or flight. He does both.
Yeah.
He fights
fight, flight, and clench.
All right, so it was Aer Lingus, right?
I'm gonna punch you in the face, but I gotta do the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Everybody stay right here for 5 minutes. Grab my dude wipes.
Keep your face right there, unguarded. I'll be right back.
Charlie, get him.
Oh my God. This was Aer Lingus, right?
Aer Lingus, yeah. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the most comfortable. I mean, I was in economy class, so you're up everybody's ass. Yeah. But I'm on the aisle, and everyone who walked to the bathroom or anybody who worked on the plane walked into me. So
bumped him in the shoulder, and each time the rage meter was like, doom, doom, like, doom, doom, doom.
Yeah. I'm trying to watch whatever garbage movie that they had on. I can't remember what I watched on the way out. It wasn't
important. Told me, you stopped by yesterday and told me about movies that you watched on this plane, and I was like, so movies you only watch because you were stuck in a bus in the sky, right? Like just
like if you were stuck in prison, you'd have the same selection of films,
right?
Probably.
We watched like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days twice.
No, 50 First Dates was on there, and I was like, no, I cannot. Yeah. I hate Drew Barrymore. Fuck you, Drew Barrymore.
Jesus.
Yeah, don't forget that zipper, buddy. Cullen just came up in some new clothes. He went shopping yesterday.
Yeah.
We're doing a podcast. Would you like to talk on the podcast? You want to say hello?
What are those jeans? Dungarees?
So are you wearing Jenkos?
Oh my God.
So we get there and everybody decides that they want to do the wrong thing, which is take like a little nap, little break after you get in your room, and you don't do that. You got to like turn the switch on like you're starting your day again. We got there, landed at 7:40. So So everyone's like, let's take 2 hours to ourselves. And I said, all right, well, I laid down for a bit. We set an alarm. As soon as the alarm went off, I started shaking my wife. Like, we got to get up. If we do not get up now, it's over. And we're going to be jet lagged the whole time.
Yeah.
So I drag her down to this bar called the Bleeding Horse. And that's where, that's where I had my first meal in Ireland. I got some, we just went for apps. So I got some chicken fingers, but they were like, cooked in like panko breadcrumbs. They were so good. She got fish and chips.
Okay, like an adult.
And yeah, I got chicken. Like, well, it was
someone trying something new.
Well, they're called. What are they called? Chicken goujons. They're called chicken goujons. So I was like, all right, I'll take the chicken goujons, and they were chicken fingers. I'm like, sold. That's what me and Charlie are gonna eat that for the whole trip.
You and your 11-year-old, same menu.
And I got a Corona. No, I got a Coke with that, and I did not feel like I was gonna explode from gas and carbonation because all their stuff is fresh and not government controlled to put you in the hospital.
It's both. It's more and less government controlled, right? Their government is not actively trying to kill you, and also their government is saying, hey, you can't put garbage in people's food and drinks.
Right.
So knock that shit off. And
you put garbage in their food and then you charge them, for medical insurance.
Yeah.
So fucking wreck it. Yeah. So anyway, I didn't have my first Guinness until like 2 days in when we went to the Guinness tour. So I waited for the Guinness tour to have my first Guinness. That was by choice.
I kind of respect that. Like, you're going to the plate, you're going to the source.
Yeah. So I learned how I learned how they made it, and then you got, they gave you a free like shot glass of it to test, and then they take you up to you get a free couple of them because I had all of them when we went to the rooftop. But and the young lady taught us how to drink the Guinness because she's like, you put your mustache in the mug and you pull the beer through the foam. The last time I had a Guinness, I hated it, and I always hated it since because I drank, you just drink the head, right, of a normal shit beer. Not with Guinness.
No,
you pull it through, So that's
okay.
that.
I guess aerate the beer a little. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know what it does. It like the combination of the beer going through the head or the whatever, the creamy shit at the top.
You can call it the head. We're talking about beer now, people. If you think of something else, that's your problem.
We're talking about beer. It's okay. I want to say creamy head.
Yes, you did. You were probably thinking about that for a week. Like, I want to say creamy head on the podcast so bad. How can I make this happen? Yeah. You thought of it a year ago. You were like, I'll plan a trip to Ireland. It's all
you pull the beer through the creamy load at the top of the beer, top of the mug, and you slurp it all in. It's very tasty.
Did you go to Blarney? Kelly wants to know.
I did go to Blarney.
Did you?
I did not put my face on the thing. No. People pee on it.
Yeah. I told you that. The locals get drunk and pee on it.
They tinkle on the Blarney Stone. It's gross.
You should not put your lips on that unless you're into that kind of thing. Some people are.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to hurt anyone's feeling.
We don't judge here on this podcast. Yeah, we do. Judge you hard. Don't. Yeah, we do. We judge everything.
The entire podcast.
Yeah. Judge so hard, and we should not judge because we're the worst. Like, we're worst offenders for everything.
So, we did the Guinness tour. That's when I got the first Guinness, and then I drank Guinness for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then we went to Middleton, where the Jameson distillery is, and that's where I started drinking Jameson. And this other whiskey called Spot, and this other one that you might like called Red Breasts.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I've had that. I do like it. Not just because of the name, but a little bit because of the name.
What's the name? Let me hear you. Red Breast. Yeah.
See, this is what we didn't have last week. Steve creepily saying naughty words. that aren't naughty, but he makes them naughty by his breathy, low, sultry tones.
Innuendos.
Right.
Yeah, it was fun. I loved it.
Yeah,
I'd go again.
Brian's last trip to Ireland had a lot of innuendos to it. He was telling me about that when he was over for our staff meeting staff meeting last week.
Was I?
Oh yeah, you were on a bus with your mother?
Oh yeah.
And what happened?
Steve wants to know.
Is that a story for the podcast?
Absolutely.
How are we going to get this thing going if you don't?
Okay.
If you don't open
at
up?
some point, you're going to be talking about cocaine in Ibiza. Not today, but soon.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you do that, you can do this story. This story is pretty tame.
And bootios or something.
Yeah, I guess it's okay. We were.
You can clean it up.
One of the trips to Ireland. I was like, I think I was like 22, so I went with my mom and my dad and some family and friends and stuff. So it was a big group of us, and we were on a bus. And so the trip was you get on a bus in like Fishtown, and it takes you. It's like a private cruiser bus, takes you to the airport in Baltimore, and then you fly from Baltimore to Ireland, and then kind of go from there. Which is kind of funny. Skip ahead. When we landed in Ireland, we landed in Shannon at like 7 a.m. and I like waiting for a connection. And between then, like when we landed in the flight that took us to Dublin, the the Irish national rugby team was playing in France, and they were in Shannon with all of their hooligan fans. It was 7 a.m. and they were all drinking and like literally on people's shoulders. Like it was the best layover I've ever had in my life. Anyway, going back to it, so we're on this bus on the way from I don't know, Jenkintown or whatever, down to Baltimore, and it's like 80% us and then 20% these other just random people, and these other random people are like, there's a mixture of, like, other people in there. There's, like, some women, I think they're in, like, their late 20s, early 30s, or mid-20s or that but, so, like, I'm in the front of the bus talking and talking with people and family and friends and hanging out and like cross eyes with a couple of them in the back, and we end up pulling the bus ends up pulling over to get food or whatever at one point on the way to Baltimore, and these women go into the bathroom and they start talking about me, and when they're talking about me, one of them's talking about how they're gonna sleep with me and how we're all going to Ireland. Da, da, da. Little did they know that in the bathroom stall was my actual mother listening and being like, "Who are these women talking about? There aren't all the men on this trip are mostly all married that we know that are in the from the bus. Like, it's not possible. Oh my god, they're talking about Brian."
That's not how she exclaimed.
Exclaimed.
In the bathroom?
If I had a working throat, I would be able to mimic it, but it was like just screaming like, "My Brian!" Like, ah!
Oh, no, she
Like,
didn't.
"My Brian!" Like, it was the funniest thing, and then it was like a whole because I'm like 22, 23 years old time.
Yeah.
Like, a majority of the trip is like my mom being like, "You stay away from those women. They're not nice women. Like, don't they're nice girls."
That is why
So
Brian's interested. They are not nice women.
You were cock blocked by your mommy.
Like, it was really, really funny.
These were your standing in a church carnival in a dominatrix outfit type of Irish tourist women. Like, that's exactly who Brian's looking for.
Exactly. And you know what? At that point in my life,
he wants to learn something. Yeah.
Would have loved to have.
Absolutely.
Did you go to Blarney Castle when you were over there?
I think we did.
So it's like this. It's right next to Blarney Stone. So
Yeah.
like a whole dinner and a show within the castle and music.
We didn't go into any castles. We stayed in one, but we didn't do any castle tours. I wish we would have, but we spent a lot of time on the coast.
Okay.
So once we got out of Dublin, the countryside is like super cool to see, and amazing views and stuff like that.
They said that so when we went during we went during that mad cow disease,
Yeah.
and we went to the cliffs of what's it called?
Cliffs of Moher.
Yeah, Cliffs of Moher. So the guy told us, the tour guy said, "Listen, do not," because this place like 2003, I think. So he's like, "Do not go to the very edge of the cliff and hang your girlfriend off like that movie Titanic." Because so real problem where the wind is coming up the cliff,
Yeah.
bottom up, and sweeping people
Yanking people off.
at a
Right.
time right off the cliff.
I mean, nowadays they get people who fall off like because they want Instagram pictures, you know what I mean? So they're like climbing over the barriers in these specific areas where the wind is too crazy just to get their Instagram.
Yeah, it was
views
funny.
up.
He was like, and he's saying this in like a really thick, condescending Irish brogue also.
Yeah.
While he's funny, you know, and he's like showing us like, oh, don't go up to the edge with your girlfriend and don't lead them over, and it was
all over.
Yeah. He's like, oh, keep off of the cliff with your girlfriend to eat the hot hole, So it's like, like, it was like one of those things, but it was really funny to think. Like, I actually laughed because the image of two people being like acting that
Yeah.
stupid and the wind pick them up and lift them off.
That happens at the Grand Canyon too. When people go out there, I know one time my dad told this story when he went as a kid that some woman and her newlyweds were there and they were in their wedding garb, and because it was so windy, the bride, her gown caught the wind and just pulled her right off the mountain.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And I was
Huh.
like, that's great.
Kelly,
I
you
wanna
want to
get
go
married.
get remarried at the Grand Canyon?
Oh my god.
She's she left already. She's in the shower. We have to go down. Her grandmother's 97th birthday is today, and so we're going down there to see her and hang out for a little while, and then we'll come back and do another podcast with Gary.
Are we doing a podcast with Gary today?
Yeah, I think maybe like 7, 8 o'clock. He wanted I wanted to do something Friday, but he was like, "Oh, I'm a little busy," and I was like, "Oh, well, you know what? Like, what else can we really talk about before the Eagles' first preseason game? So let's do a recap." And so we're going to do a recap, and then when we get to once the preseason is over, we'll get back to Fridays and do kind of like regular season preview stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good trip to Ireland. I desperately want to go. I want to go. Like my great grandparents were from like the southern western shores of Ireland, and I want to go to the south of Ireland, work my way up the country, and then across into Scotland and down to England, which Brian makes fun of me for because he calls it my Longshanks journey.
The Longshanks journey. The problem with the Scots, there's too many.
You don't want to go into Belfast, though. You don't want to go into Belfast. It's dangerous.
I go to Belfast.
I live outside of Philadelphia. It's
no, not the same.
Car bombing. They're still doing the car bombing in Belfast.
Yeah. Which I found out you're not supposed to say Irish car bomb in Ireland.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Found out the
How many times did you say it before somebody said, "Hey, Ars"?
I went, I'd like an Irish car bomb, and the whole place was like, ew.
Yeah.
So when they all turned to look at me, I turned, look behind too. I was like,
Who said that? Who said that? I'll tell you.
Who the fuck said that? You see that fucking guy?
Who the
fuck was that guy? So drive by car bombing.
It's a drive-by shooting.
So ignorant.
It's a drive-by fruiting. Every time in the mornings when we got together for breakfast, I'd walk in the room and I'd say, "Hello, dear," to my mother-in-law. She was like,
"Oh my
Hi.
God." So the rest of the family enjoy the time too?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. You guys able to go to any clubs? Any bars?
We went to a bunch of pubs. We went to a bunch of pubs. I went to this one town. See, a little bit came out. I went to this one town called I can't remember the name. They all sound the same. Anyway, there was 49 pubs on this one stretch of road. 49 pubs, and the population of this town was like 1,200 people, and
Nice.
49 pubs. I was like, that's too many pubs for this little town.
I
I disagree.
think that's not enough.
That would have been a hell of a pub crawl. I was like, let's just do that.
Could have gotten like pub 10.
That's 24 and a half people per pub.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's called
like,
quick math, ladies and gentlemen.
That includes like children and like the infirm,
dogs.
right? So like you're talking about like you could walk into a place and be like 9 people in there, and you're one of them.
Yeah.
That sounds. That's
well. Also, the drinking age is 18 over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, drinking age is 18 in Ireland.
I guess
and they don't even like. They barely enforce it.
But those pubs are full at like 12 noon on the dot.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's pretty wild. So during COVID, they went like ultra bananas with all the COVID stuff. Where like you weren't allowed to leave your own neighborhood. And like the cops were surrounding neighborhoods. It was wild. And so because we have some friends over there who live in Ireland still, and they were like, it was nuts. So was it still like COVID signs everywhere and all that stuff?
No. Everything was open. I don't know if that was real. I mean, did they have a lot of COVID cases over there? I don't know.
And you wouldn't think because they're a small island, and I mean, like,
I don't know about the city. Everything was open. I didn't see any people wearing masks or anything like that, other than in Philadelphia airport, because that's weird. Stop it. But it was open. And the countryside, they were like, what the hell's that?
They still have the Temple Bar District in Dublin?
Yeah. I went to Temple Bar. It was nice in there.
Yeah, right?
We tried to steer. My wife didn't really want to go into Temple Bar, but we kind of stumbled in there, not from drinking, just from walking around.
Yeah.
And once we got in there, she was like, "This place is awesome." They had a live band going. She likes banjo in her music, so they had some banjo going, and nice.
Really?
Good shit, Mike.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. Yeah. All right. So you would go again to Ireland?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long did you go asking for Corona and tequila before somebody was like, you have to stop asking for
Well, it's on the menus. So it's on the menu. So as long as it's on the menu, I only had one Corona. One day it was really hot, and I asked the bartender, if you don't want a Guinness, what beer does, like, when a guy comes in from work, after work, a hot day outside, what does he order if he wants something other than Guinness? And she's like, Coors.
Coors.
I was like, what? No. So I was like, all right, I'll have a Coors.
And she all the way from the Rocky Mountains to Ireland.
Frothy Coors. Yeah.
Colorado.
And tell you what, it was pretty good. They're big on branding in there. So if you ordered a Corona, a draft Corona, everybody knew, because you got a Corona mug with your Corona in it, or a Coors mug with your Coors in it, and obviously Guinness. But they're big on branding, so they won't give you a beer in just a bullshit mug.
Some of it is because here everything's ultra processed, so it really doesn't matter what you pour a beer into here. But there, things are not ultra processed, and there's certain shapes and sizes of glasses that you're supposed to use for different beers based on they do their own research, they do their own kind of thing to tell that it's going to taste better in this kind of glass. So they send the glasses with the kegs or cases to bars. Like bars, I don't even think the bars pay for the glasses. They get sent along.
No, I think it's just, and they use them up. I mean, it's crazy.
Isn't it funny when you come back and you realize when you're in Europe, like, oh, this is what real food and real beer tastes like, and then you realize that you spent your entire life pretty much in the food court of an Orlando mall.
Right.
And
trash.
Yeah, just eating garbage. You're like,
right.
Everything's different. You're like, it all tastes different. It's like it's completely wild. Like how they even serve the beer, right? I'm like,
Right.
it's like here's more slop,
And I didn't feel it. Like after eating, I could have eaten, meal after meal after meal, and I didn't feel bloat. I didn't feel sick to my stomach from shit at all.
Right.
Like it was good.
Yeah.
And now I'm home.
Like you could just drink the beer like it's nothing, and not be tired, bloated, and hungover. Yeah, it's wild,
Right.
isn't it?
I like it. I'm glad I had the experience.
But we had I'm getting memories back from the staff meeting on Wednesday. So, when you said Coors Light, it triggered something in me where I was like, "Oh, that's right." So on Wednesday, we were talking. So we were talking about going. Nick and I were talking about going to see Blues Traveler for like a month now, and so we were talking about, are they really worth the value of the ticket? 'Cause I think the ticket's like $131, right? And like I'm saying to Nick, like, yeah. I'm like, why wouldn't we go? I'm like, that's crazy. Like they have so many hits. And Nick was like, what? They have 2 hits. I'm like, no, they got thousands. He's like, they have 2 hits, Brian. I'm like, no. I'm like, they have Hook, and then they have Run Around.
That's
I was
it.
like, and then they have Omaha, and they have The Rain King, and they have everything off their album from August and everything after. And Nick is like, that's not Blues Traveler, that's Counting Crows. What are you talking about?
Mr. Jones and me?
Yeah. If you're around here,
Brian, so Brian and I destroy a bottle of Jack Daniels in short order. And Brian is now hell-bent on convincing me that Blues Traveler and Counting Crows are the same band. Like, he started joking, and then, like, you just saw, like, one eye close and open back up, and, like, he was a different guy, and he's just, like, now yelling at me about how Blues Traveler definitely, like, now he believes his own joke, and it's, like, we were having a whole thing in my living room, just...
I'm like that
you don't
fat
tell
John
me,
Popper?
I'll tell you.
Yeah, like that fat John Popper. No, he definitely dated Courtney Cox. He definitely dated her friend. And then like, but they did the song for a Coors commercial back in the late '90s, Blues Traveler, and that's why you're saying right now, like, and I was trying to convince Nick and Kelly, like, no. They did a Coors commercial. They're a popular band. They did a Coors commercial, and they're like, okay, like nobody can find this Coors commercial, but sure. Like, don't believe you, Brian. Please sit down. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was just one of those things. It was yeah. So I don't think we're going to see.
So Blues Traveler's not happening.
I don't think so. No.
Oh, okay.
We can't hear Omaha.
Right. That being said, we should keep an eye out if Counting Crows is coming to the area. They do have several hits, and maybe we can go to that.
No, they're terrible. They're a terrible concert. They always have been.
Really?
And Crows, yeah. Huh. Yep. I feel like that guy peaked in '97, right?
Didn't we all?
No.
No.
I think a lot of people at Carnival did.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. We
the lead singer of the band with the feathered mullet haircut definitely peaked in 1997. Maybe 1987.
Was it crimped?
No. Thank God, no.
I don't even know what that word means anymore.
Yeah, the band was so bad it was making the beer taste bad.
So
I think that was beer.
So Thursday, I end up seeing a buddy and his wife, and then eventually going out even later to hang out with one of our mutual friends, our tiny teacher friend. And I'm telling her about, like, yeah, we had this podcast staff meeting last night, and apparently we went through this bottle of whiskey. And she goes, yeah, last week when you two showed up at my house with the bottle of whiskey, and she said, you looked at me and said, she goes, when you arrived, and you're like, oh, you know what? Whatever's left of this bottle, it'll just stay here. And she goes, I had thought looking at you like, that bottle's not going to survive the night. And she goes, an hour and a half later, the bottle is empty.
Go on.
I was like,
we were dipping into their reserves.
No, they don't have any reserves.
Oh,
Are we
yeah,
not?
Yeah, they do. Not of Jack Daniels. They didn't have any Jack Daniels, but
everything else.
Tiny Teacher's husband had bourbon down in his homemade hand-built bar. And he's just like, try this bourbon. And I'm like, sip, sip.
Was that the inspiration for your bookcase? Because this guy did it, and you thought, oh, I could.
No. I started my project, 3 weeks ago. This was just last week, 2 weeks ago or something. Like no, it's not. A totally different aesthetic that I'm going for. No, Steve.
Stop it.
He was like, yeah, you guys get out for pretty quickly.
You guys can't come over anymore.
I was just like, we have to really cut back on this. On these staff meetings getting out of control.
The only way he got you guys out of the house was did he have to take you to Wendy's for Baconators?
That sounds really good right now.
Come on, boys.
We called Brynn. Didn't we call Brynn? We called Brynn Wednesday.
We did. I texted her like, "Hey, can you pop on real quick? We have 2 questions for you," and she's ignoring me.
Is her time over?
I think Brynn has quit the has quit the podcast judge position.
Judgeship.
Yeah,
we have
to find
I think she's stepping down from her job on the bench.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Hanging up the rope.
We're gonna have to find another judge. Yeah. Is it something we said? It's probably something we said.
Definitely.
What did we say? It was the Malort. Maybe she developed a drinking habit from the Malort.
She developed a drinking habit because of our Irish family, who all have a drinking habit. So, no, it wasn't the Malort. It wasn't the podcast. Brynn's just very busy, So we just, we'll just wait, or we will find ourselves a new judge. You know any judges, Steve? No. All right.
Yes, but we should. Should not go down that road.
Not yet.
For you.
So something happened on Friday that it was almost out of a episode, like a comedy out of a television episode. It was pretty funny.
Wow.
So no, when the girls were younger, they were, they played soccer and baseball, blah blah blah, and I always and they have their groups of friends and groups of friends' parents that they were all, where we all knew and we were all friends with. So even when I moved to North Carolina and the girls stopped playing, I still supported the teams. I would still make donations and stuff, and I would come up every Halloween for to trick or treat with the kids, and we would all do it as a group. And the the parents would hit me up moms would be like, oh hey, oh, don't forget we have this, we have that, and I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. So one of them sent me on Messenger last week. She was like, hey, I have a friend who's going through divorce, and she was like, would you mind just talking to her and stuff? She's having a really hard time and she's really going through it. And I was like, yeah, no problem. Just give her my number, and she hit me up, and no big deal. So this woman starts texting me this week, and I'm just like, hey, how are you? And so told me to said that you're gonna reach out. And so she's telling me about how she's she's telling me about how she thought she would be better single in meeting people, but for some reason she people don't get back to her after she meets them. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's a very pretty woman, and I was like, oh, people are flakes, and that's just the way it is, and it'll be fine.
Did you offer her a ride on Space Mountain?
No. And
oldest
so
longest lie.
So I'm like, hey, I'm free. One of the days I was like, hey, I'm free if you're just gonna give me a call, because I was sick and tired of texting. And she goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll give you a call." She calls me and she's like, I can't remember if I can do it. She's like, "Oh yeah, how you doing? Nice to meet you. What's going on?" And I'm like, "Oh my god."
Oh my
God.
God. What parish does she belong to?
I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, I'm going to
Is
the
she from
shore.
Belfast?
I'm going
No.
to the shore this weekend. Like, stopping in Fishtown, getting some homemade pierogies.
Oh,
We'll get out. And I was like, I think we found our problem.
Got
Like,
it.
I was
she's
like,
like, I really want a guy to jackhammer me.
no. She was just like, the things I do for him, the things I do for these kids, people need to appreciate what's going on. I'm like, the moment she started talking, I was like,
It's
Right.
like someone we know's mother-in-law.
Yeah.
so
Oh my God.
I was on the phone
Not
with
mine.
her for 7 minutes before I was like, I have to. My dog is
She
on
said,
fire.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm gonna call my friend Mike.
I'll call you back. I can't.
Oh my
Like,
God.
okay, like, all right, like, I'm headed to the shore. I'll call you when I get down to the beach.
Headed
I'm like,
down to the shore.
yeah, and I'm
Get a
like,
hoagie and go to the shore real quick.
oh, she was
I'll be
like,
there until Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm like, click. I take my
Tuesday,
phone.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Right.
Sunday, Monday.
Like,
Oh,
I
you have diagnosed the problem.
Yeah.
turned my phone off and was like, I need to go bury this phone in the yard. I was like,
You take the phone,
Christ.
break it.
yeah. This can never
Take out the SIM card, break the SIM card.
Yeah, this phone is unclean. Phone is unclean. It was just, like, it was. So I'm on my.
I was like, I know a guy, he'll give you a good pounding. And then
I was just like, I think you have a very long, lonely road ahead of you unless you hire a dialect coach. Like,
yeah,
Speech therapy right now.
gotta leave the country hard.
That's so funny. Kelly and I watch a lot of like crime TV shows, and one of the TV shows is like what is it? To catch a I wrote it down too. It's like to catch a creep. And okay, yeah. So we're watching this show, and the first episode we watch is about this woman called the Delco Pooper. And Kelly's like, "Oh, now we have to watch it." I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "And you know what? I could do a whole like segment once in a while on like this week in Delco crimes. Here's what's like Florida Man. Instead of Florida Man, it's just like Delco people." The problem with it though is I have to then watch like news reports and interviews with people from the area, and and every time it's just like, well, you know, I was just really having a bad day, and the Wawa was a really long line, and you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, oh.
There's a show on HBO called Mayor of Easttown, and that takes place in Delco. And I watched that series through, but I was like cringing the whole time.
That's exactly what it is. It's cringy. I'm still gonna do it because they're funny.
And it's
but
Kate Winslet too.
Yeah,
she's a great actress, and she was doing a really good Delco accent or whatever you call that.
And her name in the show is Mary Ann from Philadelphia,
Mare Sheehan,
which is my gorgeous mother's name.
Yeah. How dare
her maiden name? Yeah, maiden name.
How dare they?
Like, just come on, like.
Right.
So I'm still gonna do the what happened in Delco this week segment once in a while, but I'll spare you guys any clips or interviews or anything. Like, we'll do our own Delco accent stuff, but we won't subjugate the audience to.
Do we have one?
Can that be a recorded segment? So I don't
No.
We're up against it. No, we're not gonna. I have two that we could go forward with, but we're gonna save them for next week because we're up against it. We got to get moving here.
I got one question. So with that D23 and the Doomsday trailer that they showed at D23 this week. It looks like, 10 years ago, you had to really do a deep dive, like find clips from movies, right? And get like spoilers. Now you literally just go on Twitter and it's like slapping you right in the face.
Yeah.
Like like it kind of sucks. I feel like Twitter is probably gonna ruin
it's all
like
over the place.
Avengers Doomsday movie.
And now people are taking their fan cast theories and turning them into AI videos.
Yeah, I think there's going to be so much mud out there from fans, stuff people make up on their own, that it's going to sell the movie for the studio without them having to put out any additional footage. And I think they're pretty good at putting out what they want to put out, and even putting out stuff that's not even in the final cut of the movie.
It's not real.
Yeah, that's pro wrestling. So no, I think they do a good job. That being said, I am actively starting to avoid more like trailers
previews and
stuff.
trailers.
No, I don't need to know. I don't need to know who's playing who in an X-Men movie for 3 years from now. I don't need any of that. I'll just.
Speaking of that, they took your idea and went with a whole brand new cast of people, younger versions of,
Yeah, it's funny. It's like
no name.
Younger, cheaper, no name cast. I realize that. I'm like, I bet you they locked all them in for like 8-year contracts.
Right.
Probably.
Yeah, because that's going to be the next big.
Because not only do you get them cheaper now, but even as their prices rise, you're locking them in. They probably have them on exclusive deals, so they really can't do anything else. They're probably going to just back-to-back churn out movies while they have this cast, and probably put out
they're
a
be
movie
good.
a year.
Yeah,
and
they're not going to be like, oh, we have to go meet Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans for their number in order to get them to come back.
No,
like
those are over.
No,
and they have their
16, and now we have them.
They have their guy that they can hitch a lot of it to, and Adam Driver, he's a great actor, and he's going to be really good because
he's going to be your. They'll do a similar like program that they did with the Avengers. Adam Driver's going to be like your initial villain. He's going to be like your Loki that leads you into the bigger villain. So like
the big
villains. I think they're going to again, I don't even want to know that much information. Just give me
Give
more.
it to me.
Oh, it's How to Catch a Dirtbag. That's right, Kel. Thank you. Yes. Excellent show. Fun stuff.
How to Catch a Dirtbag.
Speaking of which,
How to Catch a Dirtbag, episode 1, Delaware County.
Well,
episode 1, Lansdale.
I think we've caught 3 dirtbags. 1, 2, 3 for long enough today. I'm gonna kick out at 2. I gotta go see Grandmom, and we're gonna catch up again tonight with Gary. And I don't know. Anything you guys got to shout out before we head out?
Look at my T-shirt. I like it.
I like it.
You love it.
Keep drinking dark beer, my friend. You're gonna be okay.
All right. Goodbye.
Yeah.